What's up, guys? Welcome back to another video. My name is Chika. I'm an educator and a child trainer. In today's video, I'm going to be sharing with you on how to quit yelling at your kids for good. You don't want to shout at your kids, right? But it often seems as though that's the only way they will listen. Is it? Okay, so make sure you watch today's video to the end to see how you can stop yelling at your kids for good. Thank you all my subscribers for subscribing. And if you are new here, you want to maximize your child educational potential, want to know how to model the right living for your child, turn on by subscribing and make sure you hit that notification bell so you know when next I'll post my new video. So how exactly does a mom keep calm when her 8-year-old child disobeys her, or how does a dad keeps his cool when his 3-year-old slaps him across his face? The key isn't suppressing your anger after it erupts, but there is a big misconception that you can easily stop yourself when you're already getting mad. So instead, parents who don't yell at their kids use the strategies I'm going to share with you now to avoid getting angry in the first place. Okay, number one is for you to remind yourself that they are not misbehaving on purpose. Yes, there is a common belief that kids push buttons, they test boundaries, and again, they manipulate their parents. But there's no scientific evidence that this is true. There are no brain scans in which the manipulating circuitry light up when a 3-year-old child misbehaves, and again there are no psychological studies in which an 8-year-old child come and say that yes, I wanted to do this just to make dad mad. So in community, parents have a different interpretations of a child's motivation. So they consider kids under about 8 to 9 years to be irrational, illogical creations who don't have understanding yet. But children's motivations are good and are truly love, and they truly love us. So but they don't just know how to behave properly yet. So young children are little animals. They are wonderful and they're expressive animals. So parents think children have a higher general level of cognitive ability than they do, because kids are astonishingly sophisticated thinkers in some areas, but they are supposed to wait if their nervous system is taxed beyond capacity. So don't assume that they do that with purpose. No, they don't. Any kind of misbehavior is not actually on purpose. So yeah, you need to try this. You need to expect that young kids will misbehave. You need to expect that, and again expect them to be rude, expect them to be bossy, and again to be violent. So expect them to make a mess, expect them to do tasks improperly, to lash out at you and sometimes even hit you. So expect tantrums, to expect emotional outbursts, and again tears galore. So but don't take any of it personally, and or maybe you think you are a bad parent. No, although kids behavior improves as they get older. Yes, even though even since they have emotional outbursts, again and circle back to immature behavior. So, but when we think kids should know what not to do, but they still do it. That drives us crazy, and again, it makes us to raise our voice. So, to help us remember that children of all ages want to be good, you need to come up with an idea. You need to come up with an maybe an endearing nickname for them, such as sweet potato, baby girl, or my love. So use the nicknames often and often, including when your child is misbehaving, to soften your responses and again your point of view. So, or maybe you pretend that your child is an exchange student from another country, or you are just fascinated by their behavior. So, this will help you to swap out your anger for curiosity. And just because you expect your child to misbehave doesn't mean you let them do whatever they want. No. So you can still point out mistakes, set boundaries, and guide them proper behavior. So you don't just yell. For example, if your toddler maybe climb onto the table at a restaurant, just simply go and move them back into their chair, and as well remind them that tables aren't for climbing on. So to restaurants, you sit in a chair. So by the time you do this, you don't need to yell at them. All you need to do is for you to talk to them. Second strategy is for you to refuse to fight with your child. Arguing or even negotiating with your child will make both of you more frustrated, and you will end up teaching them to argue whenever problem arise. So your kids are they are observing you, and they are also learning how to respond to the world by watching you as a parent. So simply recognizing that anger will make a situation worse can help you yell less often. And again, when a person believes that anger is a useful emotion, they tend to use that emotion more frequently. But if you have experienced that anger is unproductive, you will be more inclined to find another way to handle the situation. So you need to try this now. You need to stop arguing, stop negotiating with your kids. Simply don't do it. Don't do it. If you change your perspective on kids motivations, then arguing makes no sense. So how can you convince an illogical and irrational person to be logical? So if you feel anger building, be silent for a second, and again remind yourself that getting angry won't help, or being angry at your child is unproductive. So when you can see a power struggle brewing, calmly state the reason behind your decision making. So tell your child, I'm not going to yell or maybe to argue, because that's going to make things worse. Or maybe you can simply remind them of your family rules. I don't know whether you have family rules, so you keep reminding them that in our family we don't argue over such matters. So sorry, sweet potato, no bargaining. You can use that statement for your child. And again, you can also put your hand gently on their shoulder when you are talking to them. Then simply walk away. Okay, guys, the third and the last strategies I'm going to give you in this video is for you to summon positive, calm emotions. So learning to construct emotions is like learning a new skill. So the more you practice, the more expert you become. So when you practice cultivating certain emotions, your brain grows new connections that makes it easier to construct these emotions in the future. So you need to try to also take a few minutes each day to practice feeling compassion for your child. So you look at their chubby fingers or their sweet face and remind yourself how much they love and need you. So remind yourself of a time when they were vulnerable, and again when they are trying to please you. So you might also keep a gratitude journal each day. Jot down several things your child did recently to help around the house, and again, or times when they were generous, and again when they are lovely. So when you start to feel anger rising, you will, you know, you'll be better able to swap out that negative unproductive feelings for a more productive positive one. So think about something in nature that inspires you, and focus on your child's cute little nose and summon compassion for this irrational creature. And again, remind yourself that although this kiss is driving me, they are making me, they are driving your banana right now. So they were kids, they were kind to you before, and to their siblings. So and they needed to help with their assignment. So this dish of positive feelings may be all you need to resist. And if these strategies doesn't work and you do yell, you have an opportunity to teach your child how to make amends. You can sit down together later and say, let's have a conversation about how we talked with people. So I slept and up recently and yelled at you. I know that it wasn't the best way to respond. When you talk to your child that way, kids are still learning, and they are learning how to regulate their emotions. So and they do that not automatically. They don't do it automatically. So all you have to do is for you to teach them. And when you do that, you do that by staying calm and again compassionate to yourself. So guys, I want to see your comments on the comment box, and again, click on notification bell, subscribe, so that you know when next I'll post my new video. Thank you for watching, and see you next in my video. Bye.